Thank you so much for joining us in this live feed video. My name is Oscar Odhiambo Wambia. I'm a political analyst. As we get towards 2022 August elections, it's emerging, particularly in Siaya County, that we need to quickly agree, particularly as ODM, the Orange Democratic Party, on how we want to handle the August 9th elections. In order to win, I have proposed some 5 strategies that I think the Orange Democratic Party need to quickly roll out as we move towards the April nominations and in preparation for the August elections. I proposed a delegates conference for Siaya. I think we need a unity meeting of elected leaders. We also need to quickly do our nominations through consensus, and we also need to speak to issues that are of common man. Number 4 and number 5, I think we need to quickly pick a candidate so that we are not waiting until April, and so that the candidate hits the ground running. Not because we have a serious threat as Orange Democratic Movement, but because there could be a serious threat if we do not do the 5 immediate strategies that we are proposing. Let me just quickly break it down. On the delegates conference, there are a lot of cross-purposes thinking and talking among ODM delegates, particularly at the grassroots, largely because they currently lack direction, but even more importantly because they lack leadership that provides that particular direction. A meeting bringing together grassroots delegates, particularly from the sub-location, the polling station, the wards, through to the constituency level, would quickly galvanize our position as a party, and immediately then therefore prepare us in terms of focus and a way forward as a party. Number 2, on the unity of leaders as a strategy, currently the elected leadership of ODM seems to be disintegrated, particularly at the county leadership level, the sub-county leadership level, that is the constituencies, the elected members of parliament, at the county assembly level. And this unity needs to quickly be consolidated so that we are speaking to leadership of people who were elected in ODM in 2017, people who are aspiring for election in the ODM party in 2022, speaking one language. Otherwise, infiltration of smaller parties, infiltration of parties that are not speaking the same language as ODM could see as a struggle in them getting to clinch party positions in the primaries and right through to the general elections. Number 3 strategy that I proposed earlier and which I could quickly speak to is consensus nomination of a candidate for the ODM party. While there are those who prefer universal suffrage or the delegate system of arriving at a candidate, this will be protracted, in my opinion, and could quickly then lead to fallout, which consensus can solve. And this speaks to the first strategy I proposed, which is a delegates conference. During this delegates conference, professionals, politicians, leaders, not just from Siaya but from the Orange Democratic Movement leadership at the national level, could speak to issues that are important, particularly in terms of seeing the Orange Party capture the various positions that are up in stake in the upcoming nominations or elections, and hence the reason why we should arrive at a candidate through consensus and build goodwill from those who probably are contesting the gubernatorial position in Siaya County. Let me speak to issue number 4, which we proposed, which is issues that touch on the common wananchi. I think that until now, the Orange Democratic Movement, particularly at the grassroots level, at the county level, at the ward level, at the constituency level, have not been able to put together messages or a message that devolves the inawezekana message that is playing at the national level. We are not seeing very clear strategies by the Orange Democratic Movement Party on what they want to do around health issues, what they want to do around food security issues, like recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic, which impacted on the economy of the local Mananchi big time. Issues around education, we are not seeing very direct messages around what ODM candidates are going to do, particularly on bursaries. We are yet to identify ODM candidates with issues that relate to the ordinary Mwananchi. This needs to be addressed, because we are aware that those who are not contesting in the Orange Democratic Movement are speaking to these issues. We cannot run away from them. And in as much as we could do a very good job selling the inawezekana message at the national level, telling people how we will benefit from the Prime Minister's presidency, which is a good thing, but all politics is local. People want to see how we are speaking to issues that directly touch them. How are we going to, for example, solve the water problems that our communities have down in Rarieda? How are we going to address the flooding problems that are experienced annually in Usonga? How are we talking to issues around maize production that is carried out in large scale in parts of Uyoma? How are we speaking to issues around the fish industry? How do we want to attract investors as a party? This needs to come out clear. And finally, number 5, the 5th strategy we spoke to earlier, and which needs to be given the urgency it deserves, is arriving at a candidate now. There are those who are contesting for the governorship in 2022 who have already decided they are not coming to the Orange Democratic Party. They are already addressing the long-haul campaigns through to August. The longer we take as a party to arrive at a candidate, the lack of clarity that continues to exist as we jostle over who should be the ODM party flag bearer, particularly for the gubernatorial position in Siaya, the longer it takes for us to galvanize our candidacy, prepare adequately, and speak to the issues that concern us. With these 5 strategies, we can bet that the Orange Democratic Party will capture the Siaya ODM gubernatorial elections, thereby contributing to the various numbers that ODM requires if it's to bargain properly for the national cake under the Azimio la Umoja coalition, which will definitely take over government in August 9, 2022. Thank you so much for listening in. Click the subscribe button down here so that you continue getting updates from this YouTube channel. Thank you.